I am State Representative Candace Newell. I represent District 99, which covers the Lower Ninth Ward, New Orleans East, Upper Ninth Bywater, Marigny area. My initial reaction to the overturning of Roe v. Wade was one of shock and disbelief. Disbelief that a Supreme Court would overrule its own ruling, a ruling that had been in place for almost 50 years. And it made me think that little girls that are coming up now are going to have less protections than I have had in my lifetime. And that is not anything anyone should want or expect to have for their child to have less freedoms than they had. We always want more. My next thought was, what is going to happen to all these women who find themselves needing to have this procedure for multiple reasons? What is it going to look like? Because the procedures are going to happen. I just wish that the protections would have stayed in place so that women could have healthy choices. Because now, what are the numbers of women dying from hemorrhaging? What are the numbers going to be of women who have sterilized themselves because they've inflicted this procedure on themselves and did not have a professional hand to do these procedures? You always see that the Supreme Court might overrule a ruling from a lower court, but never overruling their own decision, and one that has protected so many women and have given so many women a healthy option. So many of my colleagues in the Louisiana legislature have made it seem as though this was an option that women take haphazardly, a choice that's easily made. They weren't single women. They weren't unemployed women. They were just women who could not afford to bring in another life and guarantee that that child had what it needed. I remember when I interned at the legislature, one of the legislators compared having a child to buying a house. I had never been so offended in my life. When you go to buy a house, you go to the bank and they tell you how much you can borrow, how much house you can afford. And you have a chance to shop around to see exactly what house you want and save your money so that you know how much to put down for a down payment. It was not an easy process to go through with either one of those women. And I felt affected by it because there was nothing that I could do at that time to help. But I knew that these women who are so dear to me were taken care of and that they had healthy options, safe options, and they had care. I don't know what's going to happen to these women now. And it brings me to wanting to say that you need to vote for everything. Voting matters in each aspect of our lives. We have legislators in the Louisiana, in the capital right now, who are saying women should not have these rights, that women should not have healthy options for abortion. Some legislators believe that a woman should be charged with homicide if she decides to abort her fetus, and that the doctors should be charged with homicide and lose their licenses. These are not the people who have your best interests in mind. And we need to make sure that we get out and we vote people in who do have our best interests in mind, and know that these things are going to happen. Women are going to continue to have abortions. But how? #I our bodies, our choice.